Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 14th through the 15th verse. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Thus is the scripture reading of Matthew's 5th chapter, 14th through the 16th verse. Good morning and blessings to you this morning. Scripture states, according to the words that Jesus spoke, ye are the light of the world. And when Jesus spoke those words, as I said, he was speaking to all of God's children. Ye are the light. And if we get to the point, or we have come to the point where we question the light that we are, and even if we stand before a mirror and try to behold or to see this light, know that it is there. And it is from the feedback from the outside world or for the people that recognize and says things to you that is a confirmation that the spirit within you is radiating out, and they behold this light. Now, when Jesus said, the light, that ye are the light of the world, when Jesus said, I am the light that have come into the world, light represents wisdom. Light represents truth. Life represents intelligence. Now, let me just stop right there for a minute because I want to get some clarification here with some things. There's a difference between intelligence and knowledge. There's a difference between intelligence and knowledge. Knowledge is that which we gather from the world, and knowledge basically is used for survival. Knowledge is also recycled data. Folks might be very knowledgeable, but they don't understand intelligence. You let us understand that there's a difference in knowledge and intelligence. You see, you might have 3 billion cells in your body, and each cell has its own intelligence. And we of this worldly mind, we have no understanding of the intelligence that is within each and every cell within our bodies. We can't or don't have to tell the cells what it is that they are to do. what it is that they are supposed to be doing. They already know. The intelligence is right there within them. And we, with all our worldly knowledge, have no understanding or no knowingness of the intelligence within each and every one of ourselves. You see, with intelligence, they operate of their own accord. They don't wait for us to tell them what it is that they are to do. They already know. This is the standard and principle of intelligence. And so, as we commit ourselves to our spiritual growth and unfoldment, we must open the doors to intelligence that is within us. We must bring forth the light of wisdom, the light of truth, the light of intelligence that is within us. And as I said, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. I am the wisdom. I am the truth. I am the intelligence. Intelligence represents the understanding of principle in the mind. Intelligence is also the illumination of spirit that is within the being of every person. It is that God life, that God consciousness, that God awareness that is beyond worldly knowledge. It is that life force that maintains and sustains every fiber of our being. We have to know and understand that we are more than the knowledge that we acquire from the world. As I said, the knowledge of the world is for our survival. Help us to make a living. Does nothing for our inner spirit. Does nothing for our inner soul. Does very little for our spiritual consciousness. You see, there are so many people, there are a whole lot of people in the world that are very knowledgeable, but really have no idea as to what life is. There are many people in the world that are very knowledgeable, but have no understanding as to what God is or where God dwells. See, the master teacher said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Knowledgeable people are still looking outside of themselves somewhere up in the heavens for that kingdom. There's some folks, fundamentalists and traditional folks, that still waiting and expecting Jesus to come on a cloud. In that last book of Matthew, Jesus said, I am with you until the end of time or the end of the world. If Jesus said that I am with you, why are we waiting for him to come? If the spiritual consciousness of God is with you, why are we waiting for it to come? It's already here within us. But we continue to look to the outer world for our guidance, for our substance, for our protection, for our upliftment, when it's all right here within us, has always been and will always be. And until we ignite the light of life within us, we will continue to walk in darkness and be frightened by the shadows of the world. We will continue to fall in the potholes and stumble upon this path. And we fail to accept the teachings of the master teacher. As he said, ye are the light of the world. That's you and me and everyone else that have made the decision to walk this path of spiritual growth and unfoldment. I've been blessed to meet a lot of people in life, some educated folks and some uneducated folks, some knowledgeable folks and some unknowledgeable folks, some intelligent folks and some unintelligent folks. I've been blessed to meet all of God's children as I walk this path of spiritual growth and unfoldment. And I can say about all of those whom I've passed as I've walked this path, I have witnessed a spark of light within each individual. And for those of them that have said to me, I can't find my way. There are some things that I just don't understand. And I will say to them, take the time, be still, go within and listen. And listen. There's a very, I'm going to say this, there's a very special person that's present here today. Not going to call no name. I want you to think about it. Said to me some time ago, when I'm meditating, this person is speaking in reference to themselves. When I'm meditating, I see little flashes of light like flashlights in my head. I see these little light These little lights like flashlights in my head when I'm meditating. And I said to this individual, keep on meditating, because after a while, those flashlights will become like one huge floodlight, and your whole inner head will be filled with light. The light of God will illuminate every fiber of your being. That light, when it illuminates your head, you must know that it's illuminating every fiber of your being. And when it illuminates every fiber of your being, there will be those that will come in contact with your auras and vibrations will sense the light that you are. And being in the presence of that light, or this light, is a blessing. It's a healing, and it's an upliftment in consciousness. So when the master teacher said, ye are the light of the world, Jesus spoke a mighty truth. And we have to accept in our hearts, our minds, and in our souls that when Jesus spoke the truth, ye are the light of the world, we have to believe and accept that we are. For we are all created in the image and likeness of God. And that light of God, that is the creator of all that there is, regardless of how far removed you may be or think that you are, the light of God still is within you. It becomes our responsibility to turn away from the darkness and the shadows of the world and seek the light that is within us. For it is only by the light of Christ or the light of God that we are saved. Only by the light of Christ or God within us are we saved. There is nothing in and of the world that can save us from the darkness and the shadows that exist. Not only that which exists outside of ourselves, but from the darkness and the shadows that we have within our mind. Only when we turn on the light or ignite the light of life that is within us does the darkness and the shadows flee. And then we are free. You hear me say this so many times, and I guess I know some people get a little ticked off about me, but I don't care. You hear me say it so many times, don't make excuses. See, excuses keep you from doing, excuses keep you from becoming, excuses keep you from being all that you can be. It also stands in the way of all that you are. So when you make excuses, you are standing in the way of your own progression. Nobody else. Nothing else. It's those roadblocks that you have built for yourself and put up around you. Excuses. Life makes no excuses, and life does not accept excuses. Life doesn't say I can't do what I have to do today because I don't feel up to it. I got some other things, some more important things to do. So I can't be the life in this particular person's body because I've got to go over here and take care of something. That's not the way life operates. Life makes no excuses. The sun does not make excuses from shining. What happens one day if the sun decided that it wasn't going to shine? Of course, we do have cloudy days and rainy days, but above the clouds and above the rain, the sun still shines. Life is not a life about excuses. Life is about a life of doing, of being, unfolding, manifesting, and demonstrating. We're all children of that one God that does not make excuses. If all of the world made excuses, where would the world be today? If all of mankind made excuses, where would the world be today? When it comes to your spiritual growth and unfoldment, make no excuses. Excuses, roadblocks, they're stumbling blocks, hindrances, keeping you from moving forward and keeping you locked in. Life is not about being locked in. Life is about being open and free. Don't create a prison within yourself by making excuses. I am a person, I don't have any tolerance for excuses. I understand that there might be some things that folks can't do, but I also understand that there are folks that makes excuses when there's no need for excuses. Either you do or you don't. Don't try to put it on something or somebody else as to why you can't. As they say, don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today, because you will find out that that tomorrow never comes, and that which you seek to do or to accomplish never gets done. Make no excuses. And when you stop making excuses, you will find that you will start to become and to be in the flow of life continuously. And life brings to us our good. Life brings to us all that is for our highest good. Life opens the doors of opportunities. Open the doors for all the good that we desire, not only for ourselves, but for the good of all concerned. Life makes no excuses. Get in the flow and let go of excuses. God bless you.